kidding me? Come on, y'all. Who is it?
That's my brother, dude.
No,
I think
it's
that's
not.
my brother.
Is it?
That's my brother! Yes! That's my brother! Woo!
I looked closely, and I thought, is that my beautiful, tall-ass wife?
We were born in America, 20 years in a torn up America, and it's not so terrible in America.
Hello, and welcome to American Dreamland. I'm Max Chavez,
And I'm Misty Stone.
and we have some guests today, including
Editor for American Dreamland, Casey Montoya.
Will Craft, Survivor fan.
and nothing else. Legally distinct from our previous
Legally distinct from previous guest Will Craft, editor at The Guardian.
who is also on an episode of Survivor where we talked about Survivor. And lastly, we have
Hazel, Will's partner, and Max's friend.
and also probably the only adult in this chat right now. And before you go, Misty hasn't said anything. We should probably mention in our group chat, we're talking about whether we're going to go to Reading this Saturday to see Stormy Daniels do like stand-up comedy or something.
She is here doing stand-up comedy. In Reading, of all places.
It's so wild.
How do you think that's going to land with the evangelicals in the audience?
You know, I have no idea. And for $60, you can get a photo with her.
See, here's the thing. It's one of those things where it's like clearly a type of show, so it's like, but where like the libs can get real libbed up. So I think the audience is going to be hooting and hollering, but there might be some annoyed people on the outside.
Isn't she, like, libertarian?
Yeah.
Doesn't she identify on the libertarian spectrum, if you will?
This is the most libertarian thing I can think of, which is making that money. She's making money moves. I don't want to be too like weird, especially since I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt, sex work is work type of guy. But like, she was like an actual porn actress, from what I understand, and it's hard to be on set all day, like just in any kind of production.
Are they unionized? Is there a porn? I'm going to Google this on my work computer. Porn star union.
Thank God it's not
Not
for a
SAG.
respected publication.
Not in the same way that SAG is. There are definitely like broadcaster-esque levels of like somewhat unionizing. It's like whatever the step down is from like an official union. But there are definitely like ways to be able to be parts of community. I can't remember what there's one in like Sacramento, and I can't remember what it's called right now. But definitely ways to go about that.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
Based in sunny San Fernando Valley, California, the Adult Performance Actors Guild is the American Union for sex workers involved in any aspect of the adult industry. They are proud union members. I'm a proud member in poor standing of the Screen Actors Guild.
I mean, it's the union that produced Reagan. It has far more to apologize for than whatever Jimmy Hoffa said about the Kennedys.
Yeah, Hazel is in the Writers Guild, not me.
Oh, that's right.
No, I'm not.
I thought you were. No, you're in the News Guild. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were Writers Guild.
Many News Guild people write.
It would have been better if they had gotten like part of SAG or IATSE or the Writers Guild. I can't imagine, with the way streaming is downsizing Writers Room, that the Writers Guild just doesn't want strong labor production members to just join and support them.
Wait, who are you saying should? You're saying the sex workers should have been with SAG?
I'm saying that the adult porn union should have been part of a pre-existing union to build off of that infrastructure and support connections, rather than just like, yes, unions are good, but it's really hard to just start up a union, especially when there is this infrastructure that can be revived and helpful.
We have quickly moved outside of anything I know about the structure and history of the porn union. Sorry.
I was just talking about unions in general, but
I'm pretty sure the porn part had difficulties with original SAG stuff, I would imagine, hence being a separate entity.
Yeah, they probably wanted to distance themselves a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
What? Harvey Weinstein's friends were uncomfortable with
That predates SAG. Come on. Or I mean that antecedates
postdates,
whatever.
Yeah.
Postdates.
There are only, according to their website, only 1,400 members. That's nothing.
I feel
you can join
I'm sure
their
there's problems
Discord.
with it.
God damn it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to be old man socialist here. If your union has a Discord, I'm sorry. You're Fed coded. Like, I'm not saying you're a Fed, but you're doing their job for them.
There's a whole section of their union website that's called Ask the Doc. Ask the Doc. Be good to your colon. Ask the Doc. Penile fracture. It can really happen.
Yes, I know. I've heard the story from that guy who was in Three Dog Night who broke his penis while he was on a coke binge.
I thought you were going to say it happened to you.
No, I'm not that cool.
How far from God we have strayed. Not the union. Not the union. But talking about Jeff Probst.
Yes, the one true God. I also partially love how literally seconds before we start recording, Will and I were having a very serious conversation about something completely unrelated to this show. And then we have to both, within like 30 seconds, hardcore left turn to talk about Survivor, and then do another super hardcore turn to talk about whatever that was.
I believe that was my fault. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I should be thanking you because that was awesome. Anyway, Survivor 50. Somewhat my opinion, we are celebrating and having this recording days after a much anticipated but ultimately kind of bland, failed, ironically hilarious, but still some weird moments of joy somehow found. That was America 250, which is also partially and mostly my review of Survivor 50. You know what? Survivor fans who wanted Australian Survivor, how do you feel? How do you feel that you finally got your wish? How does it feel that you ruined such a momentous event because of your misunderstanding of different cultures having different television production methods?
Yeah, America wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Granted, my real only immersion to Australian Survivor was the world, Australia versus the world, or how to go.
Yeah, I love it, but it is also like just a bunch of crazy, like in all reality shows, crazy bullshit happens. And I think the difference between Australia's producers and the American producers is they only have to do one season a year. So it's like, here's some crazy bullshit. Well, that backfired. We're never doing that again. Whereas American production is, well, that's some crazy bullshit. Too bad we have to do it next season because we're filming it in 9 days and we don't have enough time to fundamentally change the game as U.S. law requires us because of some weird rich kid in the 1950s ruining game shows.
I'm willing to put my foot down on something controversial. I think some of the twists were good.
Which twists?
Everyone's gonna lose their shit when I say this.
Oh,
no.
Okay, go for it.
But the Mr. Beast stupid coin
actually
was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
it gave my boy, Ricky D, the chance to step up to the plate and do something very stupid. Would I think differently had it gone the other direction? Absolutely. But I loved it because I remember watching that moment and it was so much fun and it was so stupid.
Here's the thing. I agree with you, and this is, I think, where even if I can understand, like, maybe this is why I think criticisms and the things that annoyed me most, it's like because of my Survivor autism, because that was just as a dumb TV moment. Oh my God. Like, I know it's cringe and it's because it's something we care about, but if I'm just like a professor explaining it or a marketing executive, like, chef's kiss of just dumb perfection that the American hogs want, of just the scrappy underdog doing the most insane and stupid thing possible, that somehow pays off dividends, and Mr. Beast is there. Like,
I truly think that like they fully tripped into good TV though. Like if it had gone any other way, or if Rick hadn't stepped up, like it wouldn't have been good TV. Like if they had just
here's the thing.
lost. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say is like, and one of the problems is sometimes good TV does not make fun Survivor. Because let me tell you something. If he had failed, every normie would be like, and that's when the season really fell downhill. But like weird Survivor people who like the season where Coach starts a cult, like myself, would be like, that end game went so crazy. It was awesome. Like, because Rick got himself like 3 extra rounds out of that one thing. So that it's just like, oh, what chaos does Emily do if she doesn't have Rick to stop her for 3 rounds?
But it would have been similar to like what happened at Beast Wars season 2 or whatever, where like they had the coin flip, it went poorly, and then like they didn't want to do that ever again. Like,
I gotta say, like, I do think it is. I think it's easy to want to because of how much it was hyped up, and there are like a lot of things that happened in the episode to be like, to have a very hyperbolic opinion about this season. But I gotta say is like, just watching all of the deconstructions, just I this is why capitalism is a failure. Jimmy Donaldson, everyone surprisingly loved your episode of Survivor. Like, and you're just like, I'm just a guy kind of fitting into something. Whereas like, you're so inept, you make this big deal about, oh my God, we're doing a crossover with Survivor and we're going to do Survivor challenges and blah, blah, blah. And then I just saw the clip of them doing it. And Jeff is the one who has to point out, oh, hi, Sue, person who was in the final tribal council of Survivor. Like, weird how we had this. And you just don't think maybe we should bring these people to the Survivor crossover.
It's because Beast Games doesn't have the level of like, there's just no talent put into designing Beast Games. Like, it's not thought out. Like, and you can have criticism. And I actually think one of the biggest criticisms of like Survivor 50 that I have is that like they don't put a ton of thought into the twists, or like they don't, maybe they just don't play test them. Like the Billie Eilish boomerang twist was terrible. Like, it's just bad game design.
I think it could have been interesting game design, but it is one of those things of like, and that's the thing, is you never know what is going to make for an amazing moment of television, which is going to like change the game or whatever. Because I think the biggest problem with the Billie Eilish idol, okay, there's the obvious thing of just the boomerang effects, and I am also, internet people, I am also very annoyed that Genevieve found 2 idols. And wasn't able to have any advantage, and got like the worst draw ever in terms of a random tribal council twist. Yeah, like that was dumb. I think the problem is that it's a much more interesting in all strategic and tactical areas if it's to the person who receives it just a normal idol, because then it starts to be, I can do something crazy with this idol, rather than a pure calculus of, am I safe or am I not, which is what happened because you couldn't play it on other people. So I think there was that. I think that there were like, definitely, there's also other things where it's like it's never worth it, like the Christian thing, like, and I think this kind of ties into like another thing is like Survivor is always like very big on like its history and everything, and it's trying to evolve, but everything like it evolves and says, look at this crazy thing, is really just like saying it's just dumb. Like the thing that annoyed me most about the Mr. Beast thing was how it was sold as like, can you imagine how crazy it would be if someone won Survivor and they got $2 million? And my answer is, yeah, I know exactly how crazy that goes, because Tony won $2 million when he won the all winner season.
Yeah, it could have been a coin flip for like immunity. It could have been a coin flip for like bringing a friend with you. I don't know. Like there's things you could have tied it in with, but it was like literally Beast Game season 2. They like had a coin flip to make it $1 million more or not. So
I'm not
Yeah.
super familiar with Mr. Beast, but isn't his thing like money though, like sums
Yes.
of money? So I
Yeah.
could it fits the
Yeah.
brand, right? Like the
Should have been
whole-
more
and,
money.
Yeah, and the sense of, you know, risk, I guess, you know, because then they put it in the middle of the season. Oh, actually, boom, here it is. You know,
I mean, I think it's just the same. Like, there's always like, I think that like it's always a life changing amount of money enough to be like, yeah, no, like that is that tension. If people want to be there, it doesn't have to be more, or it doesn't like have to be this ultra. Like, especially, you know, and part of this was editing. Like, part of what made like it's not just that Rick flipped it and it was 2 million. Like, is it? Does anyone else get a positive response to flipping the coin, whatever the result is? It's either like, wow, that moment was anticlimactic, or wow, I can't believe it's so unfair Suri went out that way. I can't believe they screwed Suri again.
introducing pure chance into something doesn't feel like that entertaining unless you win, and that's the only time when it does. Mr. Beast really likes introducing. He does like making it a money thing, but he also really likes making it like a dilemma. But the dilemma is always very like simple. It's like, do you flip a coin or not, or do you do this prisoner's dilemma thing or not?
so knowing how terrible the boomerang was, I still think the worst addition to it all was the concert in the middle of the episode.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
So
you know what? I'll
That's
call
funny.
a mulligan on. I'll call a mulligan. As much as I made fun of Australian Survivor people, I think on every Survivor episode we've done, excuse me, I've been pretty hardcore of like, I get it. It's reality TV. It's not art. Junk. It's junk, and junk is fine. Just sell out. You had Casa de Charmin. Like, who cares? So that was bad promotional thing. It really screwed the flow of the episode. Maybe they should have some slightly higher standards. Like, at least Mr. Beast gave them $1 million.
And who was all about that artist too? Like, there was one of the contestants. Yeah, she was like all about it. Even if she was the contestant to do the intimate thing with him, it still would have had no place. Like the excitement, even if they could have managed the same build up for that moment as they did with the coin flip with Rick actually doing it, because I 100% agree that Rick was really the only person that could make that moment a moment. But like, there was no saving the guitar on the beach for it was like almost a whole song. It was like 2 minutes. It wasn't even like hey, we're doing this thing.
We got some content.
It's fully contractual. Yeah, I maybe would have felt differently about Zach Brown if I knew who the hell he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
wonder.
But it does show like a lot of the small mistakes of like the person who cared most about the Zach Brown concert was D. And it's like,
Sorry.
Did someone score?
Yeah, it's Belgium 3, US 1.
Oh, Belgium 3 up.
Oh, that's brutal. Sorry. Didn't mean to react.
No, it is also surprising that the Cuban immigrant is a fan of Zach Brown. I was also surprised by that. Like, she still lives in Miami. She's not like moved and just like, oh, and when I moved to Kansas, I started listening to this music. Yeah, like it's all this, and then she doesn't get it. It's like, I'm disappointed, and it's like, okay. Like it's like I feel bad for you. Like what's now? I just feel bad. Like it sucks.
Almost in the camp, like I almost like, and this is just shitty to say. Like I almost wish there was tears because at least the TV loves either tears or blood, right? And we were so close to getting tears, didn't even get tears out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why Survivor thought it was so necessary to bring on so many celebrities.
So
they wanted it to be big.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be big. They wanted it to be like bold, kind of make a statement about how they're in the culture again. And it's part of the joke I made at the beginning when we started talking is it is just like America 250 is like it's supposed to be this event. It's supposed to be this big thing, but it just kind of like fell apart. And I think partially because of just like this weird atomized moment we live in. Like another like one of the big things that just I think is like talking about that atomization is like the part that one of the things that annoyed me most about the season was all the shit talking about Michelle, who like quick review is in Aubrey's first season, Go Wrong, which is also a kind of unique season because it's the last season they aired before they permanently moved to Fiji, and also a guy almost died on it. And also there was a lot of bullying, and also another guy almost died on it. And then also this is the season where someone got medevaced because they ate too much beef at the Final Five reward challenge. And the doctor was like, your colon's too impacted to play Survivor. You're out of here and on to the jury.
Oh my God. Got a shit so bad.
Not the only season where that happened.
He was a 72-year-old former FBI agent. She was the breakout star, and the fans loved her. And then she had a pretty lopsided loss. It was, I think, 5-2 for Michelle. And then it became like such a meme about how like there's a meme that's like winners at war fans, Go Wrong fans. Michelle should have gotten second place, and then it's the Predator arm shake handshake for all of that. And it is just like all of this, and I think that has to do with like I don't want to. There is a misogynistic aspect of it because it's women, but because it's like Michelle and Aubrey, it is just like we've seen Aubrey play this game 3 times before, and maybe this is my hot take. The reason she won 50 and the reason she didn't run Go Wrong is because season 50 is the best game that Aubrey has played. And maybe you need to be aware of like the type of edit she got. And I don't know, maybe some people, the internalized misogyny of like, yeah, I'm going to agree with the nerd lady who got screwed rather than this pretty lady who just had one of the most phenomenal social games ever played, but never had to go to tribal council before the merge, and then was, you know, able to constantly flip-flop between parties. So she got, and of course she's really athletic because she won like 3 immunity challenges in a row. Like, and that's what I mean is like Michelle is, I think, in general, a massively underrated player. Like, and Aubrey's last 2 games were like, it showed she was not necessarily this type of consistent player. The reason Aubrey absolutely deserved to win 50 is, like I said, this was her best game. She had much more reading. Yeah, sure, she got lucky a hell of a lot of times, but she was able to utilize that luck. And, you know, sorry, Ozzy, you're a jungle man, but
Sorry, not sorry, Ozzy. You did themselves.
I'm sorry. Aubrey learned, hey, you know what really sucks? Getting voted out with an idol in your pocket. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to me.
Ozzy played a terrible... I mean, he was an idiot. He was an idiot, and Aubrey played a great game. That's just like what it comes down to.
I mean, especially when you're like Joe and Rizzo, you're like, well, Ozzy's going to beat both of us. And I don't want this fucking leaking ship like for two of the most vital rounds of the game. Like, yeah, let's get rid of him. Also, I guess like some positive things about Survivor 50. First time Suri has been eliminated by a majority vote out of 6 times playing.
Jesus Christ.
I feel bad. I feel bad that she did not stand a chance to win.
Yeah.
She got up there, but yeah. They all knew what the threat she was.
She's cursed by her own mythos.
But I'm saying, and this is maybe a little bit of like God doesn't want Suri to win Survivor. We always say that, and I'm definitely on the thing of like, who would take Suri? Sarah Lucina, apparently, the winner of Game Changers, aka the season where Suri gets voted out because she's the only one who doesn't have an immunity idol at Final 6. And I think Sarah is able to. I think Brad and Troyzan are dumb enough to think they have a shot, and Sarah was a ride or die. So there's a world where she's in that final tribal council.
I've only seen 2 seasons with Suri, so I can't really.
Well, I'm just saying, God literally had to be like, this is the only time this has ever happened in Survivor. If you notice how sometimes when they find idols, it's like, it expires explicitly at this point. They had to start doing that so people would stop hoarding idols.
Yeah. Just get like 10 idols.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, no.
No, here's another argument for why I think season 50 is great, which is we have spent this entire time talking about season 50, and we have not even mentioned the greatest part of season 50, which is the live flub that Mr. JP made.
Oh, he flubbed so hard.
Like he straight up fucked up the whole thing. It was very entertaining. I loved it.
It's not like we knew, it's not like we didn't know what was going to happen, in his defense. But it's like, come on.
I mean, fair, but also, yeah. I also have to say, how satisfying do you think it was on that monkey paw when it got to curl, when it satisfied Rizzo's wish of like, I want to be one of the most remembered Survivor players of all time? Buddy, no one's ever going to be remembered. You.
Oh yeah. I love Rizzo. I'm all on the Riz train.
My Blue Sky handle is still #1 B-Leaguer Riz God super fan. I think the edit did him a disservice. I think
his intestinal parasites and 50 days without eating did him a disservice too.
Yeah,
I think intestinal parasites.
Probably.
Look up the photos of the before and after. The man lost like 50 pounds, and he's already only like 100 pounds to start with.
He basically, I learned recently in doing some prep for this episode that one of the reasons he didn't practice fire making in between seasons is because part of his mind was like, I have 9 days to gain as much weight as possible, so I have a chance of making it through like the first stage of the game. And he spent 9 days just trying to do it, and he only gained 2 pounds after losing like 26.
It's because you can't. That's not how you gain weight. Your body's just going to process through most of that.
Listen, it's 9 days and you just finished playing Survivor.
Let me call up Rizzo. I'll be his coach.
Okay, honestly, legit. Hubris may get it, but Rizzo may be on the new season of Big Brother. So,
that makes sense. Yeah, and he's gonna be on Mike White's new show, right? Like,
no, that's Charlie and Camilla got the.
Oh, that was Charlie. I got him mixed up. Yeah, Rizzo deserves a cameo too, but like, I seasonally, like, I never understand like how you can get into a season of Survivor and not practice fire like at all, especially if you're a super fan. Like, you know that that's going to be a thing, if not like at the very end of the challenge, at least like literally on the first day, you need to make fire. So, and like sometimes without Flint, like why wouldn't you practice that at all? And all the new season people, or all the new style people don't understand that apparently.
I mean, Jeff has been saying for years, like, folks, get a Flint and practice. He's been saying this since before, like, there was regular fire making at Final Tribal. It's like, it's so easy to do. I do think, Rizzo, I think he's maybe the greatest non-winning player of the new era. I think there's a strong argument for that. I think, he's, speaking of records, he's the first person to lose twice in a fire making challenge and forced fire making. So there's that. I'll say this: there's a reason this was not a, oh, I have to do something. This was a strategic fire making pick of like, I can't handle both of these people. I need one of them gone. So like that does something. Obviously not perfect, but he also had like no time to reflect on his season.
Yeah, this is true.
And I think that I think what I would say like puts him above like a Savannah. Like, she won, so there's a different argument. Is I think one of her problems was she was not very good at solo gameplay. I think like that trio she formed like was really helpful. She is a great person to be in an alliance with, but as a solo person, she's not good. Obviously, there was the Rizzo of Oz, or Cerise, Wizard of Oz, and like all of those little alliances he was in. But he basically like was a free agent the entire game, and I think that shows that like he is more adaptable in situations. I also I think that, like, I think a lot of the people in the new era who didn't get picked for this season, I think a lot of them would have been too intimidated to play the type of game Rizzo was, which is to like, I'm here, I'm an equal, I'm going to like engage with you to help my game as it is. And like, you saw that with like how he was just like, how he was like, shucks, with like Colby, and then how he was just like overtly reverential to Cirie, because he's like, this is what works for these people. This is how I do that, but this is also how I present in a way to not raise their threat levels.
Yeah, he's just a good player. He has a very high social charisma that people, I think, forget about because he's such a dumbass goofball.
People forget how dumb Boston Rob is, I think.
Yeah, man, it's not smart.
I mean, he's really he's really smart about Survivor, not about other things, and he's really smart about what to say in front of a camera.
Isn't he also like a professional poker player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was after Survivor though.
No, that was after. That was when he was like,
He
for
just had
some
too much
reason, a
money.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Because he was like so good at Survivor and Amazing Race. And then his wife was there.
And his wife was there. I think more people should adopt the Boston Rob strategy of marrying the person who comes in first place. Like, I think that if you're going to come in second place, you should just propose. Because that way, you kind of win.
Folks,
How does that work now with like a 3-way tribal? Does that
I am
like
coming down firmly on the legal marriage of polyamorous couples.
Thank you.
but only 3?
It could be as many as Jeff Probst says.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe
Or-
and Jonathan would be awful partners. Well, maybe not Joe.
Really terrible.
I don't know.
Can we just talk about like
He loves his wife though, Joe.
Oh,
So-
Joe?
Yeah, maybe
is
Joe wouldn't
maybe
be.
the number
Maybe I'm
one
being too
wife
harsh
guy
on
we've
him.
seen in the new era.
Small
Obviously,
game.
number one wife guy is always going to be Rob Mariano, considering like he spent his last moments on Survivor crying about how mean people were to Amber online. Like that's love, that's commitment. He's like, she's just as good of a winner as all of us.
If Joe wasn't lying, he does have a tall ass wife.
Yes, former WNBA player. Currently the color commentator for the Sacramento Kings. Also, her and Joe got divorced and then remarried 3 years later.
Oh, okay.
Around the
That
time of
happens,
his
you
first
know.
Survivor season.
They got back together after that. Yeah, he apparently Fiji spoke to him and was like, "I gotta go back to my wife."
Yet another
Interesting.
divorced person mentioned on ADL.
I think there's just like Rizzo has like what a lot of other guys, including Boston Rob, have in Survivor that makes them disarming and like approachable, which is a nickname. Like Rick, like Devins also has this because they call him by his last name, which feels very nickname coded.
Yeah,
And like I think that, and like the fact that they are kind of affable and a little bit self-deprecating, I think makes them like more competent players if they can like use that to their advantage and like be more humble people.
it's very funny that you basically both sides of the coin you described is basically the same person of, oh, someone who's young, a brag, has their last name as a nickname, kind of like nerd coded. Thinking about Cochran in South Pacific, who everyone fucking hated, and then Cochran and Caramone is just like, oh hey, he's a cool player. Which, whatever. I'm mid on his game, but he won, perfect game. But yeah, I think that is like, it's basically the evolution of the Cochran archetype of just like nerd person with last name. We got that in 45 with I'm Drew, but when I'm with the bros, I'm Basile.
See, that's disarming, right? Like, you're like, oh, that's just a goofy guy or whatever.
Well, it's not, but he was trying and ended up just being the villain of the season, quote unquote
There you
villain
go.
of the season. So
Well, yeah, it can backfire, and then you're a coach because if you have to be humble about it.
I gotta say, I was Coach was great this season for a few reasons. Is I loved how he was like, I'm Coach 4.0. All right, I understand that I actually do play this game very heartless and mean. And you know what? No more honor and integrity. I'm going to cheat Ozzy, just like I cheated him out of a win in South Pacific. And then so I was like, hey, Coach, Ozzy says he's mad at you because he lost. He's like, let me tell you something. Ozzy lied, and I never made an agreement. It's just like he immediately just jumps back to who he actually is. And just this like great, and also, can I just say, low-key, one of the greatest moments of Survivor of all time is when Coach is just like trying to start a fight at camp before Tribal, and Rizzo just goes to him and it's like camp is for planning, Tribal is where we slay dragons. He's just like, you're right. And I'm just like, A, amazing move, Rizzo. B, dude, you have like 3 children and a 24-year-old just talked you down from a temper tantrum.
He then proceeded to spend the rest of the episode in a hammock and get voted out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was fun.
My favorite Coach moment in the entire season is an interview. Like, they interview him, and he says, if Joe, steps up to the plate and says that he lied and played harsh, he'll have my vote. And Joe's final Tribal was, I lied and I played harsh. I didn't really live up to my honor and integrity motto. And then Coach still didn't vote for him.
Yeah, no, that was. Also, I'll just briefly say, because gotta give this to Joe. He is the only person to play multiple seasons of Survivor and never make an incorrect vote.
He always sensed what the crowd was doing, at least.
The only time the person he voted for didn't go home was when Kyle played the idol in 48. So he probably went like 15 Tribals in a row because he was like on that group that kept losing a lot. I do wonder what the like strategic Joe edit looks like, because we don't hear about him saying like, I lied and cheated and betrayed people until the end. But then when you think about it, is like, yeah, that does make sense with some of the things that you've done. Like, that's why you voted for those people, because you're like, this is a better alliance for me. Guess I'll betray this one. You were just like, I gotta stick with my heart. And then never said, actually, here's what I'm going to do, because this is the way I'm playing the game of Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they described how they had to babysit Joe the entire game, and I think that, like, is exactly what you're describing. Like, he was always on the right side of the vote because, like, he was just a vote for people, and, like, people understood that they could just use him as a number. Whether or not that was partially intentional on his part.
I mean, I think he, like, definitely played a bit of a role. I do also wonder, like, I think something that, like, might make it difficult a little bit of, like, how to show, like, Joe in a way is this is such a game of, like, subterfuge and, like, hidden thinking. And it's very rare you get a player like Joe who is just intense 24/7, who isn't just like secretly like a racist or just constantly picking fights with everyone. He's just generally an intense guy. And like and I think that just kind of annoyed people if it's like, oh, he's just gonna be upfront and real with me about what he wants. Which also, funnily enough, explains why his like best friend, who he didn't work with on the island, was Devins, because they got into that fight and Rick understood they were just 2 intense people. So like they just apologized. We're like, all right, let's be real. We're probably never going to be able to work together, but let's just like be chill. And then they were just like hanging out every day.
They would just never talk business.
They were just like, you're in a different alliance. It's fine. Or if they did, it's like, all right, which one of us is desperate here to like try a Hail Mary? The other one will listen.
They would just talk about beer or music or something all the time.
Yeah, it was good. I do think, and I think this like ties into just like everything, is like I said earlier, it is just like it's this thing that's disconnected. It doesn't fully really understand like what it is. And I think that, listen, like I know everyone's like, oh, they need to put fans in charge. And I'm sorry, there's no bigger Survivor fan on earth than Jeff Probst. What you people don't understand is how modern television works, and also that Jeff is the world's biggest Survivor fan. Unfortunately for you people who comment on Reddit, he's the type of Survivor fan who thinks Ben Drieberger is the best winner that they've ever had as a show. He's the type of guy whose favorite season is Worlds Apart. Like, valid, I'll say eccentric opinions as a Survivor fan. As much as I hate fire making, I watched this season with a child who every episode asked, is there fire making in this episode? Are they going to do fire making to decide it? And did not like Rizzo, and only took solace in the fact that the fire making challenge was ruined by Jeff by the fact that at least Rizzo left.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, I think he might have a better read on the audience than you think.
It would be great if there was a lot more fire making. I kind of agree that, like, what if there was they really should be making fire more. They're literally on an island.
What if they had to make different kinds of fire? What if one day they had to make a call fire, one day they had to make a wide fire, one day they had to make a wet fire?
And hey, listen, if it wasn't for a random fire making challenge, you know what we don't get? Tony Vlachos putting a shoe around his neck and saying, maybe I'm a crazy man with a shoe around my neck, or maybe I have an immunity idol and I'm safe, so I don't care what I say tonight. And everyone had to seriously pause and go, it might be an idol. We have to think of a backup plan just in case.
So Max, have you practiced fire making at all?
I have not. I'm gonna wait until I get casted first.
Sounds like the folly that we've been talking about, but sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe you should learn it because, like, it's a good skill to know.
Yeah.
Just in case.
What if you get lost in the
Life
woods?
skills.
Yeah, you do live in the woods.
Looking for the squad.
I don't live in a fire area where people are very paranoid when you're just like striking things in the middle of the road.
I feel like that's why you should practice even more, so that you can.
Maybe you should not.
You can learn what not to do. Like, what
Maybe
if
you
you're
should stop
walking
doing
around
it in the middle of the road?
See, here's the problem. As a lifelong resident of California, I know that it's as much as the circumstances are accurate, and as much as the media tries to lie, it's never kids secretly smoking a cigarette for the first time. It is always just a total dumbass or a technical failure that causes these mass wildfires.
Yeah, it's because some guy literally lighting his car on fire, or it's like arson, or like PG&E and what is it, SG&E or whatever. Like,
well, the way he left that cigarette could have started this fire that destroyed 100,000 acres, but what it actually did was light the box of fireworks next to it, which actually caused that fire.
Don't forget the genders reveal parties.
Oh my god! Oh, yeah. I can't believe that's happened more than once.
That or the guy that didn't he like pushed his car off of the side of a valley because his car was like, he put a whole bunch of like child bad imagery and stuff like that on like hard drives, and he was trying to destroy his hard drives by just throwing his car off the side of a valley and then causing a massive wildfire.
Yeah, did he light it on fire? Like, I thought that's what the lighting on fire.
Oh, he started it on fire too. Of course,
something like that. Yeah, it was.
I don't know why this is the thought that came to my head, but man, lighting car on fire and driving it off of a mountain pass to destroy CSAM just clicks as like boomer final boss in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like, wait, it's in a riparian area.
You can just start a fire with gasoline and you need to burn something? Why don't you just do that?
I'm certain they were thinking about like, the whole movie explosion. Like, oh, there's gonna be nothing left after this. It's just gonna be so incinerated. Like I am scot-free on this, no problem.
And in the movies, it never starts a fire. It never starts like a big forest fire that like decimates like millions of people's livelihoods.
Nope, just a small nuclear explosion.
Yeah. Are we excited that season 51 is going to have the Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol?
Is it?
Oh,
Again.
Why?
No,
Because no
it's
one
the-
actually did it.
It's the open
one-
era,
no.
and all we know about the open era is
open air.
every advantage ever is a possibility now.
Mm,
I
okay.
thought they were also going to do more voting. Was that a thing?
Oh,
Some
just not
vote,
randomly
two-
take
two
people's
votes a night.
votes away.
No, I mean have
Like
people
four
vote on the like do the hands of the fans
Yeah.
more.
I gotta be honest, fans. Let's just have a little bit of a chat. Great job on the tribe colors. Loved it. Fantastic. Shamosh, the ball game is the final one. I may have voted differently, but you know what? It's a classic. If it needs to be the final, if there's an argument for any single challenge to be the final for community, it's that. I'll give you that. It's great. Giving Jimmy Fallon power, terrible. Hate it. Horrible. Give the people rice. Come on. What the hell? Why were you so mean? Why? And
That Survivor.
keep the twist at a reasonable level, okay? I don't think we get the Jimmy Fallon bullshit if we said we just want strategic advantages.
I agree with that. I agree with pretty much all that.
What advantage are you or twist are you most hoping
Ooh.
comes back for the open era?
Coin
I
flip.
think that they should do a coin flip every episode. And every episode that they keep it doubles.
What doubles the money?
Yeah. So it's like they
So
should
what
be allowed
happens
to
when it-
double it constantly.
So what happens when it lands like on Tails or whatever?
Well, you have to call it, so that's what adds to it. It adds to the
Okay.
probability, and then you lose all of the money,
You lose all of it?
all of it. So second place, $100,000, but first place, title of sole survivor, and nothing.
That's brutal. So you so you want people to compete for second?
Honestly, I think it's an underrated strategy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It would make it very entertaining.
I'm really grumpy because we lost 4-1.
Yeah.
Wait, is it?
I'm sorry.
We scored it. They scored again.
They scored again in the last minute.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
I'm
Yeah,
no
we
longer
deserve to
patriotic.
Nope. In the
You
United
can't be
States,
patriotic after like Trump overturned a red card. Come on.
That's like not even one of the top 10 most corrupt things that FIFA has ever done.
that's not even one. Okay, again, I have to say, honestly, I'm sorry. Do you people want us to be a country that cares about football?
Yes,
Because- yeah, exactly. Then
absolutely I
sorry.
do.
I'm sorry. We have to give it to him. You know damn well that every world leader is like, come on, FIFA dude, let our dude back in. I'm sorry, only one has just the riz and narcissism to make it happen. England or whatever.
The true Riz God. I hate that name so much.
You're the one who said it.
I know.
And-
Because the only one that name belongs to is Trump.
Oh God.
You mean the RIZGOD Rizgod 47 and 45?
He made Jeff say it. I can't even.
He said it
I'm so
twice.
disgusted by
Rizgod,
it.
the tribe has spoken.
You know
Let's
he
be
felt
real
tremors
here.
when that happened.
Let's be real here. All right. You know why he was able to do that? Because he's the Riz God. And Jeff was like, yeah.
Just get off my fucking set.
Yeah. Off my set and on to my next season because you're my star, boy.
You are my
Loves
son,
you.
Rizzo.
Rizzo, you, much like JT inspired you so many moons ago, you too will inspire the people who will be annoying Colby on season 74 or whatever.
I think Jeff likes that Rizzo like is able to compete in challenges and has a really good social game.
Yeah.
And has a great respect for the game, of course.
You know who also loves forced fire making? Jeff. And I'm just saying, everything. All I'm saying is, every time I see something and it's like, I know Jeff was behind this, the kids really like it. So
For sure.
he's doing a good job of, you know, the family game and or making it a family show. Just last thoughts, everyone, on what we thought of 50 and where we want to see the franchise going forward.
Dear God, help us.
I thought it was
had
entertaining. Yeah, I had fun.
I think the
And
child has it right. More fire making.
More
or
fun.
fire making. That's
You
so
should be
that's so
forced to
real.
use your fire tokens to buy the materials to make the fire that you then trade to Jeff for more advantages.
Fire rice.
Fire rice.
You can you know where you know how you can get rice in the game of Survivor? You buy it with fire tokens. That was one of the things you could do with them.
I want to see Eric Adams on Survivor, but beating Rizzo, so that Eric Adams becomes the best Albanian to ever play the game.
I feel the best
Yeah.
way to end is an appeal. And we will send you a formal email, Mr. Rizzo, sir. But we have been wanting you on the podcast for months, ever since we found out that you are a proud, lifelong New Yorker. And also that your former mayor, for some reason, became an Albanian citizen. We would like to talk with you about that so much, of just how you doing? What's all this? You have the American Dreamland guarantee. We will ask you 0 questions of about Survivor unless you want us to. We merely want your thoughts on Eric Adams and the Jared Kushner deal about some islands in Albania.
I forgot about the Kushner deal.
What?
And I say this with the utmost respect, and I apologize if I'm being stereotypical to the proud Albanian people, but what crimes can you do in the United States that do not get you extradited from Albania to the United States? Because then I think we'll have an idea of what we should be investigating Eric Adams for.
Mm.
I'm sure it's a short list.
It's probably tax related. I just want to make sure. For American Dreamland, I'm Max Chavez.
I'm Misty Stone.
I'm Casey Montoya.
I'm Will.
I'm Hazel.
All right.